Her eyes snapped open. A ceiling fan spun lazily above her. The air smelled of cigarette smoke and old wood. She sat up, disoriented. The bed beneath her was stiff, covered in wrinkled sheets. Where was she? Her head throbbed. A dull, pounding pain at the back of her skull. She reached up. Her fingers brushed against a bandage. Panic crept in. She looked around. Cheap hotel room. Dim light flickered from a single lamp. A suitcase sat in the corner. She climbed out of bed, legs shaky, and stumbled toward the mirror. She stared at her reflection. The woman staring back looked familiar, but empty. She didn't know her own face. Her chest tightened. Then she saw it. On the bedside table, next to an old rotary phone, a passport. She reached for it, flipping it open with trembling fingers. Her picture. Name. But no memory of it. A wave of dizziness hit her. What happened to her? The suitcase caught her eye. She rushed to it, unzipped it. Inside, stacks of cash, a train ticket, and a handwritten note. 3 words that sent a chill down her spine. Don't trust him. A knock at the door. She froze. A man's voice. We need to talk. Her heart pounded. Who was he? More importantly, who was she? The knock came again. Firm. Controlled. I know you're in there. Her pulse raced. She backed away from the door, eyes darting to the window. 3rd floor. Too high to jump. The suitcase. Cash. A note. Don't trust him. The voice outside lowered. You don't remember, do you? Her breath hitched. The door handle turned. She grabbed the suitcase and bolted. Through the bathroom. The tiny window was open just enough. She forced herself through, scraping her arm against the frame. Her bare feet hit cold metal, a fire escape. She climbed down fast, her body moving on instinct. Above her, the door slammed open. Footsteps rushed inside. Then the voice, closer, sharper. Stop running. It's me. She didn't stop. She hit the ground and vanished into the city. Cold pavement beneath her feet. Neon lights blurred past. The streets were unfamiliar. Nothing looked right. Where was she? She reached a street sign. Foreign words. A language she didn't understand. Her breath hitched. She turned, heart pounding. The hotel loomed in the distance. No sign of the man. But that didn't mean he wasn't looking. She needed answers. A train ticket. She pulled it from the suitcase. 1 word stood out, Vienna. Train station. Way out. Chance to figure out who she was. A gust of wind whipped through the street. Then, a vibration in her coat pocket. Her fingers tightened. She reached inside and pulled out a phone she didn't recognize. 1 new message. You're not safe. They're watching. She spun around. Across the street, a black sedan sat idling. Inside, a man in a dark suit watched her. Her stomach dropped. Then the sedan's door opened. She didn't wait. Ran. Footsteps pounded behind her. She darted into an alley, her breath sharp, heart racing. The black sedan screeched to a stop. Doors slammed. Men in suits spilled out. They were coming for her. She turned a corner, dead end. Her eyes scanned the alley. Dumpster. A metal ladder leading to a rooftop. No time to think. She leapt onto the dumpster, gripping the ladder. Climbed. A voice shouted behind her. Stop. You don't understand what you're doing. She didn't stop. She reached the rooftop, her lungs burning. Below, the men spread out searching. One of them spoke into a radio. She's heading toward the station. Her chest tightened. They knew where she was going. She had to get there first. She ran across the rooftop, jumped to the next building. Her body moving on instinct. A part of her had done this before. But how? She didn't have time for answers. She needed to get to the train station before they caught her. She slipped into the crowded train station, hood up, head down. The loudspeakers crackled. Train to Vienna departing in 5 minutes. Almost there. She scanned the platform. No sign of the men in suits. Then a feeling. Eyes on her. She turned casually. A man stood near the ticket counter. Not one of the men in suits. Younger. Dressed like any other traveler. Asterisk asterisk, but his focus was locked on her. Asterisk asterisk. He lifted his phone. Snapped a photo. Her stomach clenched. She hurried toward the train, gripping the ticket. 3 minutes. Another glance back. The man was gone. Her pulse pounded. She stepped onto the train, slipping into a seat near the window. The doors hissed shut. The train lurched forward. She exhaled. She had made it. Or so she thought. A shadow fell over her. She looked up. The man from the station was standing right in front of her. And he knew exactly who she was. She froze. The man sat across from her, calm, unreadable. Long time no see. Her fingers tightened around the suitcase handle. Who are you? He tilted his head. You really don't remember. A flicker of something, a headache. A memory just out of reach. I don't know you, she said. He exhaled like he expected that. Then let's start over. Call me Erik. Silence. The train rumbled through the night. Erik leaned forward, voice low. They're going to kill you. Her stomach twisted. Who? The people who did this to you. His gaze flickered to her bandaged head. And if you don't start remembering soon, you won't make it out of Vienna alive. Her hands clenched into fists. Why should I trust you? He slid something across the table. Photo. Showed her. Standing beside him. Smiling. Her breath caught. You and I. We worked together, he said. Then you disappeared. She swallowed hard. What was I doing before I disappeared? His jaw tightened. You were a spy. Her body went cold. Loud bang. The train lurched violently. Screams. Sudden stop. Her heart pounded. Erik grabbed her wrist. They found us. We need to move now. The train jerked, metal screeching against metal. Passengers screamed. Smoke billowed from the front car. An explosion. She stumbled, nearly falling. Erik pulled her up. They're here. Gunfire. Glass shattered as bullets tore through the windows. People ducked, crying out. Her instincts kicked in. She grabbed the suitcase and ran. Erik followed, shoving past panicked passengers. We have to get off this train. She raced through the cars, heart pounding. Every movement felt familiar, like she had done this before. Whoever she was before. She knew how to run. The doors to the next car slammed open. 2 men in black tactical gear stepped in, rifles raised. They saw her. She moved first. A metal food tray sat on a table nearby. She grabbed it and flung it at the first man's face. It gave her just enough time to dive behind a seat. Gunfire ripped through the train car. Passengers screamed, scrambling for cover. Erik pulled a small pistol from his jacket and fired back. Who are they? She shouted over the chaos. The people who erased you, Erik shouted. Her chest tightened. Then why did they let me live? The train doors burst open. More men. They were surrounded. No escape. Her eyes locked on the emergency exit. Outside, nothing but darkness and rushing landscape. Erik saw what she was thinking. That's insane. A bullet whizzed past her ear. She didn't hesitate. She jumped. The wind ripped past her as she tumbled through the air. Then impact. She crashed into thick brush, branches scraping her arms as she tumbled down a steep hill. Pain exploded through her body. Then stillness. Her ears rang. Her vision blurred. Somewhere in the distance, the train kept moving, fading into the night. She groaned, trying to push herself up. Everything hurt. Then a rustling sound. Her breath hitched. Erik. He had jumped too. He stumbled toward her, wincing. That was the dumbest thing you've ever done. She didn't respond. Because behind him, flashlight flickered. Someone was looking for them. Erik saw it too. He grabbed her arm, pulling her to her feet. We have to move. She could barely stand, but there was no choice. They disappeared into the forest. Behind them, voices echoed in the night. Men searching, hunting. She forced herself forward, one painful step at a time. Her mind was still spinning. She was a spy. Someone had erased her memory. And now they wanted her dead. She had no idea who to trust. Not even Erik. But one thing was clear. She needed answers. They ran deeper into the forest, their breaths sharp, footsteps muffled by damp earth. Behind them, the search party was getting closer. She couldn't stop thinking about what Erik said. You were a spy. Nothing made sense, but her body, her instincts knew how to move, how to fight, how to escape. She wasn't just an ordinary person. Erik grabbed her wrist, pulling her behind a tree. We can't keep running. We need a plan. She yanked her arm free. Start talking. He hesitated. Who was I? She pressed, voice sharp. Long pause. You were one of the best, he admitted. Until you found out something you weren't supposed to. Her stomach tightened. What did I find? His jaw clenched. Enough to make them erase you. The words hit her like a punch. She swallowed hard. Then why am I still alive? Erik exhaled. Because you planned for this. He stilled. What do you mean? He reached into his pocket and pulled out a small flash drive. Her hands trembled as she took it. You left this for yourself, Erik said. Before they wiped your memory. She stared at the tiny device. The key to her past. A sudden shout in the distance. They had been spotted. Time's up, Erik said. We need to go. Now. She clenched the flash drive in her fist. This was it. Her one shot at the truth. And she wasn't going to lose it. The searchlights closed in. Shadows moved through the trees. Voices echoed, orders were shouted. They were surrounded. She gripped the flash drive, pulse pounding. This is why they want me dead. Erik pulled out his gun, eyes scanning the darkness. We can't outrun them. No, she said. But I can end this. She pulled out the mystery phone from her pocket. The one she didn't recognize, but somehow knew how to use. With shaking fingers, she plugged the flash drive into the charging port. Progress bar appeared on the screen. Floating. Erik's eyes widened. What are you doing? If I had a plan before they erased me, she said, I wouldn't have left this without a way to expose it. The voices got louder. Footsteps crashed through the undergrowth. 80% uploaded. A red laser dot appeared on Erik's chest. Snipers. Get down, she yelled. Gunfire erupted. Erik fired back, taking cover behind a tree. She clutched the phone, watching the upload bar creep forward. 92%. 95%. 98%. A figure emerged from the shadows. A man in a black suit. Smiling. Give it up, he said. You don't even know who you are. She met his gaze. No, but I know who you are. The phone vibrated. Upload complete. She hit send. The file went everywhere. News agencies. Intelligence agencies. The entire world. The man's face darkened. He knew it was over. Sirens wailed in the distance. Erik grabbed her arm. Time to go. She didn't argue. They disappeared into the forest one last time. This wasn't over. But now they were the ones running. And she was finally in control. Before they caught her,